What's up? It's another Friday here on Eavesdrop with my peeps, Kyle and Sarah. What's poppin'?
Hey, how you doing?
It going?
It be going.
It be going.
It be going.
It's Fries Day.
It be
Friday night.
Fries Day.
Or Frizz Day. Fries Day.
It be the day of fries.
It's a day of fries. So what's going on, motherfuckers?
Oh man.
Oh man, that's all I got.
Oh man, it's been a week.
A week.
It's been a week of events.
A week.
I feel like the week went by pretty quickly.
Your week went quickly.
I got some good news on Wednesday, and
Did you?
it broke the week in half.
And do you want
What's-
to share your good news?
No, I don't.
Mm.
But I'll share some other news.
All right.
Okay, and today is Friday, the 28th of April.
All right.
Yes.
Yesterday was the 27th. Do you know
Wait,
who
hold
passed
on.
away yesterday?
Hold on. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy April 28th.
Happy April 28th.
Yeah, I do know. It's Jerry Springer.
How do you guys feel about that?
I think it was time for him to leave because he was
79 years old.
70. Really,
I
79.
hope to live that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope to live longer. I'm not taking great precautions to make that happen, but I really hope it does.
There's still time.
There is still, I hope so.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't feel
tomorrow.
anything from Jerry Springer.
Well, I mean, I was a young kid growing up watching like some of the
That
most
makes
like
sense.
nasty stuff for the first time.
Wait, hold on. I didn't feel anything from Jerry Springer. I think that's what the fuck I said.
Well, thank God. 'cause
I knew what you meant. I didn't. It didn't catch me off guard, but that does sound a little
It
silly.
was fucked up.
I didn't feel anything from Jerry Springer.
Jeez. Oh my
Makes
god.
it sound like it's like a tequila or something. I didn't feel anything from that Jerry Springer.
Jeez. So you
Yeah, no, it's just interesting. I think I looked at him like I looked at Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, the ball-headed guy.
Yeah, the ball-headed dude. Like I think people look at him and he's got his own TV show and
Dude,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I just what I have to say is really stupid, but go ahead.
No, that's okay. But he was like the Dr. Phil of my like childhood.
yes.
That's all I'm basically trying to
Who
say.
was before Dr. Phil? Before Oprah?
That would have been
Sally
That
Jesse Raphael.
No,
Oh,
before
shit.
Sally.
I don't know, but I want to
No,
say
his
something.
name was like Phil.
What was
He
it?
was
Wasn't there a
also
Phil
Ricky?
Donahue.
Wasn't there like a Ricky
was a
Lake or something?
Phil
But then he was late
Donahue.
night. He was it was
No,
Robert Downey Jr.
No. It was Phil Donahue was on from 3 to
Phil
4
Donahue.
p.m.
Okay.
And then Oprah took his spot.
I gotta say something though. It's really making me
Oprah
laugh.
was like on Channel 7, and then the other people were on Channel, maybe Oprah was on Channel 4.
Oh, you're dragging us out. I gotta say it.
Okay, I'm whatever.
And it's really stupid.
Go, man,
And
do it.
you're
Say it out loud.
You ever when you see bald people and their heads all shiny?
I wonder how it gets so shiny.
Yes, thank you.
They must shine it because
it's glistening, man.
yeah, right. Or
Is there some turtle wax on that?
or I think if it doesn't shine, you put like a lot of makeup on it or something.
makeup.
I worked with a gentleman.
Yeah.
Wait, but nobody's talking about the
And
shine.
He was so sweaty on the top of his head. I left and got him a tissue for his head, and then I think he thought I had a crush on him after that because
Oh,
I went and got
You
him
opened
a
the door
Because
He's
you
like,
were
"Hey,
you were nice to
baby."
him.
I was disgusted.
Chicks are not allowed to be nice to
by
guys.
his. I was
Yeah.
disgusted by his sweat, so I got him a tissue so I didn't have to look at it.
Yeah, that's gross.
The shine, dude. How do you get the shine? If you're bald, you gotta tell us. How do you get the shine? That shit is
Well,
glistening.
when we have an email to share, we will add it to this episode, and
Yeah.
you can write in and tell us all about it.
The fucking shine.
A shine.
So Jerry Springer passed away. Whatever. How about
He's
this
like,
one?
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck. Who gives a shit? How about Bed Bath and Beyond closing?
I didn't know about it, but I do like that store. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel
I think they have like 800 stores in the United States.
it's just here, or is that throughout the country?
No, it's here and throughout the
I
country.
wonder
So
what they're going to do.
that's
with
the whole
all that
thing.
Stuff.
Is that definite?
I think by like the middle of May they'll be.
Oh, that's
Doors
a bummer.
closed.
I
do
wonder
like
how
that
much
store.
product they're holding on to right now and what they're going to do with it.
I don't know. It'd probably be a good time to go check out what they got.
I just wish.
Well, you could like
I wish
redo
I
your
had.
like kitchen, like your kitchen apparel.
You
or
could
whatever.
redo your bed, your bath,
Oh, true.
and
the
beyond.
that's I don't know why I'm like only limiting them to the kitchen stuff.
Yeah,
That's so true.
but I do enjoy their kitchen. So
You know the name is Bed Bath and
I
Beyond.
don't shop many places.
No, I was thinking of the kitchen.
Just kitchen.
That's it. That's
And not
all my
beyond.
mind was thinking of.
I love their kitchen stuff.
Yes.
That's where I never bought any bed or
We
bath
bought a lot of shit
things
from there.
Kitchen things.
Yeah, we would shop in there.
I think they just have a branding problem.
I mean, yeah, okay. Yep.
Well, I think somebody had mentioned, in a different conversation, the U-shaped aspect of their shopping experience.
I
You know how you
enjoyed
can
that.
find. I think that's very cool, and
And you could touch everything.
Well, aren't all stores kind of U-shaped when you walk
Absolutely
in?
not.
like
Like if you
grocery
walk
stores are ovals.
I mean, because they want you to go a certain flow, right?
Yeah.
No,
That's
you-
why they have the end caps in Target and they put all that clearance shit
How
on
about
there.
like
They
Sure.
want you to walk down those aisles
You're walking
because they have super
clockwise.
expensive
Yeah.
stuff on the other side too. It's all very planned.
Is it though?
Dude, I took a class. I know.
Oh, there you go.
I have a degree.
She's degrees.
I
Or,
do.
You do.
And one of them is in business. I took a
business.
class on it. They planned that shit out.
They planned it for you.
So listen.
I'm listening.
So some of those teeny bopper stores,
Wait, what'd you call it?
teeny boppers.
Teeny boppers.
Is Bed Bath and
What are you,
Beyond a
80?
teeny bopper?
I am officially 87 years old.
She said teeny bopper. What the fuck?
And there was-
What's a teeny
With
bopper?
the teeny bopper stores with the whippersnappers.
Oh my god. Wait, Sarah's dentures just fell out. She's gotta put them back in.
Okay, but I can't think of the names of the store. Anyhow,
Well,
Oh, like Five Below and shit.
no, like stores in the mall
Wait.
where the music
Oh,
is
like
loud.
Hot Topic,
Or Banana
Abercrombie and
Repub-
Finch,
Abercrombie and Finch is
and
the one I'm thinking of.
J. Crew and all these other stores. H&M.
They purposefully lower the lights down and they keep the music high so that the parents get aggravated. They then purposefully put their stores near a Starbucks or near places where the parents can go sit and wait
Wow.
or go do other things while the children go and spend their parents' money.
it sounds like warfare on
It's a lot.
parents.
It's a lot of planning.
It's so much project
It's so
planning.
it's so
It's a lot of
it's so
planning.
strategic.
It's very strategic.
They're everywhere.
Well, we are all everywhere all the time because we are humanity and, yeah,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, man.
Shit's crazy.
Yep. So
So I got my 23andMe results.
23 and
Which is interesting because I'm your brother.
Yes.
So these results could be pretty similar to what I would get. Is that right?
My anticipation
Maybe
would be
not.
that they would be extremely similar
Okay.
because there's not a lot of variation in what I found.
Okay.
but his could come out entirely different.
Well, I would only think that the percentages would come out
And
differently.
I have nothing to base this off of.
Yeah.
So this is just
because
pure speculation.
I think the percentages. So
I think it would be different. So I think you need to do it to prove this.
Huh.
deviation.
Yeah.
I feel like I
scientific
was against
study.
it for a long time because I didn't want to send in my saliva.
But then they own you.
I feel a little bit uncomfortable that I did
Yeah.
it, but I did it.
Sarah's
So
DNA is
it's
already
there.
owned.
I'm old. Nobody wants me.
I feel like they got everything else. So I mean, I could either say fuck it, or I could,
They already did. They already got it.
they've got my fingerprint. They probably got my eyeball print,
They got it all.
Well,
my
they
denture, my
definitely have
my
your
dental records,
Those are
my
definitely
facial
somewhere.
recognition.
That's Walmart has that. Yes.
Everybody's got it. So it's like,
Yeah.
what else? What other biomarkers
Yeah.
are we going to give them?
Yeah.
Here's your saliva, whatever.
Here's
Yeah,
my
exactly.
DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it in the database. Let's figure this shit out.
Okay, sounds
right.
good. So did you find
What-
out some information?
What is your what do you have any predictions? So I think that we could say that we are darker people of the
of the Caucasian variety, though?
Caucasian variety.
Yeah.
We get a nice tan without a burn.
Yeah, this is true.
And people commonly mistaken me for Mexican, Puerto Rican,
I've gotten Arabic.
Arab,
Yeah.
any flavor of brown. I've gotten even Filipino. Our daughter gets Asian as well. Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess because you asked if I could predict maybe what it would say, I'll give you what I'm under the impression it should be.
Okay. Yes.
Italian, Irish, Scottish.
Okay.
Okay.
We are 96.6% European.
Okay.
Okay. I am 55.8% Southern European, 55.8% Italian, mostly Sicilian.
Okay.
Okay. And there's various regions in Italy that we come from, but mostly Sicily, which tracks from what I understand.
Okay. Yeah.
Then the 40% Northwestern European, which is 40% British and Irish.
Yeah.
So that is central Northern Ireland, a place called Dunganul, which sounds like it's straight from Harry Potter, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. And it looks like there might be some places that might be like a southern Scotland, but I'm not really sure
Okay.
where Scotland
The-
and
so-
the rest
so
of the Europe.
The UK and Ireland, basically.
Yeah, Ireland and UK.
Yeah.
So we are exactly what we thought, but that was 96.6% European. What do you think our other percentages?
African?
Western Asian, Northern African. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the northern West Asian is 2.1%, which is Iranian, Caucasian, and Mesopotamian is in one, which I don't know. Caucasian, I didn't know that was a place.
You should look it up and see what it is.
Where is Caucasian?
Yeah, what does that
Well,
mean?
I think Mesopotamia was like the first civilization in all time. So it makes sense that we've got a little bit of that, because you hang on to those genes, you know what I mean? You don't like lose them.
You're talking like thousands of years.
Thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
Yes, no, though this goes way back. The Western Asian, Northern African goes way back.
Did you
And
look
then
it up?
the broadly Northern West Asian, which means it's just when you click on that, it tells you it's broadly Turkey, Georgia, Armenia, Iraq, Iran. Then there's a 0.8% that's Arab, Egyptian, Levantine. I don't know how to say that word. So a little bit Arab.
Mm-hmm.
So even the parts that are North African are Arab, and the parts that are Western Asian are Arab. It's all Arab. And then trace ancestry is broadly West African, 0.1% broadly West African, which is like Guinea, Sierra Leone,
I think like the Gambia.
the Ivory Coast, Senegal. Yeah. So broadly West African, a little bit of that, and then unassigned. I have unassigned DNA. I think I might be a little bit of an alien.
Interesting.
It says there's a wide range of human diversity in the world, and sometimes our algorithm is unable to match a region of your DNA to a specific population with confidence. Yeah, it says individuals whose ancestors came from multiple continents and who mixed many generations ago typically see more unassigned ancestry in their ancestry composition. Individuals whose ancestors came from one continent or individuals whose ancestors intermixed more recently typically see less unassigned. So way back when everybody was getting it on.
They were getting it on.
That makes sense.
Yep. And then Kyle, we are Neanderthals.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
That's what you say, and that's what
So
our...
we're not Homo sapiens?
I personally,
Yeah.
in my mammalian meat suit,
Yeah.
I could see
that
it in
we
your
call
forehead.
Sarah.
Sure.
Shut
No,
up.
I'm just kidding.
Sure.
Shut your hole. I don't care, because me and my people, Neanderthals cared for each other. They cared for
We were
their sick.
that's the OG right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they love to snuggle.
Yeah.
So personally, Kyle, you may not be as Neanderthal as I
But
am.
there's a good chance that I am. Yeah.
He forces his wife to snuggle.
I personally have more Neanderthal DNA than 40% of the customers in 23andMe. Which means it's still like
What does that mean?
60% of the customers have more Neanderthal
Sure.
than me. But I think that's a pretty good.
You're the Neanderthal.
Oh, you're laughing, but you haven't done your test yet. So hooga booga on you, Mr. Caveman.
Dude, I just picture the night at the museum.
Okay. I just can't wait to get your results. So,
It's so funny. They're like, ooh. Hey, I'll stop.
It makes me think of a commercial I saw recently. It's Ben Stiller, and he's selling Diet Pepsi or Pepsi Zero or whatever, and he's like, "I'm an actor. Drink Pepsi." That's basically the commercial.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole gimmick.
Yeah.
So it says my Neanderthal DNA may influence traits. I have one variant associated with having difficulty discarding rarely used possessions, which is not true. I really like to throw things away. It says you have one variant associated with having a worse sense of direction. I cannot tell left from right still to this day. To me, that's just making up words.
Yeah.
All right. And it says you have one variant associated with being less likely. One variant associated with being less likely to have a fear of heights. I have an extreme fear of heights.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the last episode. It's
extreme. It's unreasonable.
Yeah, you are absolutely horrified,
Yeah.
terrified.
I don't like to look. So you know how, Kyle, you feel about scary things?
Yeah.
Movies?
Yeah.
I don't like to see movies where there are cliffs. It makes me sick.
So
to
Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone.
That's her favorite.
I saw that in
Yeah.
an IMAX, and it was horrifying.
Yeah.
I was terrified the entire time.
Yeah.
But I really loved going to the movies with my son, so it was great.
Yeah, good.
So it says, anyhow, and then you have two variants associated with being less likely to prefer salty over sweet. What an odd sentence. With being less likely to prefer salty over sweet. So more likely to prefer sweet. I have one variant associated with having more dandruff. Yeah.
I agree with that. I can see your shoulders right now.
All right. One variant associated with being less likely to sneeze with a full stomach. I don't have that trait.
She does.
No.
No, she doesn't.
I've
And
never
then
really thought about when I sneeze.
What's the trait again with this?
there's a trait that is associated with sneezing when you have a full stomach.
Huh.
It's like when you're full and you hiccup,
Yeah.
people sneeze.
Oh, interesting.
And it's genetic.
Weird.
Interesting.
And then I have one variant associated with eating leafy greens less frequently.
I agree with that. You're more of a meat eater.
I don't think so. But I also am not a leafy green eater. I think I like just straight carbs. I could live on potatoes. And that's it.
So I think, Nate, you just mentioned meat eater. I want to share a
Yeah.
story with you guys real quick. Came across this. It's kind of interesting. So are you familiar with El Chapo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in prison or whatever, but he has sons.
I thought they killed him.
Or is he dead?
I thought he was dead. But I could be wrong.
We'll have to research that. So, all right. So El Chapo may or may not be alive.
I have devices.
You got devices. Well, while you're looking that up, I'm going to tell you he's got sons.
Oh, I know you're.
Did you hear about this?
Yes, I know exactly what fuck you're talking
So
about.
not only are his sons like in a widespread fentanyl distributing operation, and that's what they're in trouble for. They're also in trouble for like torturing
feeding dudes to tigers
and feeding them to tigers, like dead or alive.
Oh, that's awful.
Isn't that just like insane?
That's interesting that you said that because
I would
I
hate
watched the episode of Barry.
To experience
It's on HBO, and there's a part where I don't remember his name. He gets captured, and he's a prisoner. On the other side of the wall, there's another dude, and I believe that they let loose a tiger on them.
Yeah.
So I could, now that you mention that, I could put the two together. So that must be something that's, that's been happening.
That's kind of like, I think I'm going to feed you to my tigers. That's like some evil villain type stuff. Like, I'm going to feed you to my tigers.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking badass. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to feed you to my tiger. Like, nobody fucks with the tiger.
No.
Yeah, I'm just going to use
Like,
as
what do you
food.
do when you're, like you said, like the guy's trapped behind the wall and the gate opens and the tiger comes out?
There's
Like,
nothing you could do. You're fucked.
It's like being at war and you're in it, like you got a gun and you see a tank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a tiger. He's going to destroy you.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing you could do. That's pretty fucking hardcore. That dude's nuts.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. These drug lords are.
Oh, I got a better one. What if you put somebody in a room with a bunch of angry chimps?
Ooh. God. And chimps can be violent.
Dude, they rip people's faces off.
Man.
They would just fucking destroy you. They rip you apart.
Jesus.
They're so strong.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it is crazy.
It's so
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Super duper.
I was going to look something up, and I totally fucking forgot, so never mind.
It's 2023.
Yes.
And have you guys been seeing New York State cannabis commercials at all?
No. No.
Yeah.
No.
So they're running ads, like on local stations. And it's basically like buy New York State certified cannabis. That's what you should buy.
Oh, so there's going to be dispensaries
Yes.
soon. Probably sooner than we
They're
think.
already advertising for it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and so I was paying attention to like the sports news, and it's 2023. Most of the, if not all the states have like medical marijuana, and like half of the states have got like recreational marijuana legalized. Well, there's this athlete. She's a long jumper. Her name's Tara Davis Woodhull.
Mm-hmm.
She broke like a record. She won the national title for long jumping, like crazy stuff. Apparently, she tested positive for THC. They stripped her and banned her.
Oh my god.
Stripped her of her
gosh.
title and banned her.
What fucking
That's
douchebag.
awful.
Same thing like Sha'Carri Richardson from the Olympics a couple years ago. She like broke the world record and she wasn't allowed to go to the Olympics because she tested positive for THC.
They made it, didn't they? Just in NBA, it's okay now.
Yeah, the NBA said, we're gonna stop testing for it.
I know somebody who just did a drug test and they got the phone call and the person on the phone says, "Is it recreational or is it what's it called?"
Medicinal.
Yeah, and they're like, "It's recreational."
Yeah.
And the disdain in their voice
Yeah.
made the other person that I know feel like, what the fuck? Why would you even speak to me that way?
Sure.
And I don't know if it's because of marijuana
Yeah.
or they're just assholes.
Yeah.
Probably because of both.
That's an interesting phone call to get.
Yeah.
Like, why would they ask that question?
Yeah.
Either it's okay.
And then they're like, we'll tell the company or whatever. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Really?
Either it's okay or it's not. That's what basically I'm getting.
If it's fucking legal,
yeah.
you should be able to smoke it. So what's the deal? Like, why would you even test
because
for it?
it's not legal federally.
Yeah, but it's legal in the states, and the states.
So
do whatever the fuck
why
they
is
want.
Biden pardoning people who have cannabis offenses on their record? Did you guys hear that?
No, I'm not even
Yeah.
familiar with that.
Yeah. So Biden is basically saying he'll if you have a federal offense for cannabis that you can get a pardon.
That's new to me.
Why is it not just legal at this point then?
It's a Schedule 1 drug.
Yep.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Speaking of making a lot of money, there's a kid in New Orleans. He earned over $9 million in scholarships from colleges this year.
How the fuck did he?
$9 million in
Dude's got
scholarships.
a
He just
racket.
applied.
He applied to over 125 colleges and universities, and he's racked up over $9 million in offers from these schools. So obviously he's not going to get all that money, but still.
What does he do that they're?
Oh, he's like bilingual. His GPA is like 5, not 4. I don't even know
How does that
how do you,
happen?
he must be taking like every class that's
But
offered.
why it doesn't even make sense. They're making him sound like a fucking, first round draft pick for some major league sport.
Right.
It's like, seriously?
Yep.
The other day I sent Kyle a video that I found on Reddit. The video is on TikTok, but the video is on Reddit. It's a UAP video,
Okay.
because that's what we call them now,
That's
UAPs, right? And it's a sphere, a metallic sphere, and it's flying through the sky, and it's pretty wild. So the sky, it goes right over the sky, the sphere, and then looks like 2 fighter jets.
Now, is that like
Follow
cell
it.
phone footage?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, right. And they're pretty low to the ground, right? You sent me the video.
Yeah, so it's like I mean, they're fucking flying. I mean, like, this thing's cruising, and it looks like it's not even moving fast.
Well, it's pretty fascinating. And whether you believe that it's a real video or you think it's like doctored, it's pretty fascinating in my mind, because it looks like other videos that have come out too.
Yeah, right. So if you're going back to like the Pentagon videos that were just
Exactly,
released,
right.
so this thing is one of those things.
It just looks like it's a closer up version,
Yeah.
and you get to actually see more of it. And honestly, it doesn't look too big. It is a metal sphere, but I would say like it might be maybe a few feet, like 6 feet long, right? Like a sphere, and it's round.
Yeah.
And then these jets are chasing after it,
Yeah.
and
But it doesn't. Isn't it weird how it doesn't look like it's going as fast as the jets?
yes,
But the jets are
hauling ass.
hauling
Hauling
ass
ass.
to get to this thing. But this thing looks like
It's barely moving.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
And then the video keeps going, so they keep scrolling through, and they find other UFO videos, and there's more spheres, and so he's flicking through it, and it's another sphere that's just hovering, and this guy's just filming it.
Yeah.
It's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another one.
It goes through how many videos total do you think it is?
So far, this is the 3rd video,
Okay.
and it's a sphere, and there's a helicopter above it, which is pretty interesting because I would like to see that video. Now this is I think the 4th video, and it's another sphere that's just flying through the sky. It's like, all right, what are these things that are just fucking flying through the sky? And then
Do you
this
think
disappears.
they're real?
Yeah, I do.
Well, the military has caught him on camera as well. And there was a video that came out recently, saw on the like national news, and it was recent, and it was drone footage of a sphere.
Okay.
So very similar, right along the same lines as these TikTok videos.
Yeah.
My only apprehension is like these videos are on TikTok.
Yeah.
I got to be careful with what I'm believing.
No, I
from
agree with
TikTok,
you.
know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
It's very hard to know.
But it like you said, it's concerning. I think it's fascinating. Like these UFOs, what could that little metal ball be? What type of technology is that?
Yeah, you just don't know, and then, you got balls flying around this guy.
Yes, sphere balls, right?
flying
Why-
around.
There's a lot of metal balls in the
Why
sky.
are these
Birds'
balls?
heads are falling
There's
off.
balls everywhere. I don't want, everybody's just getting balls all over them because
Right.
there's just balls.
It's just a big.
But I don't know.
I think it's also just from a national security perspective. We don't know that it's not another
We
country.
don't want balls.
We don't want Italy's balls. We don't want Sicily's balls. Anybody's
Flying in
balls
outer
flying through the sky.
We
You know what I
do.
mean?
Nope, no balls.
There are no situations where you want random balls all coming in your direction without consent.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's
Consent
all
is
I
very
have to say.
important.
Whether that's national or global
International.
consent, we would like to be able to consent to the balls.
Well, there are yes. Yeah, definitely I agree. I agree. With you, but
Speaking
those
of
things are
balls,
funny.
I'm gonna
Speaking of
pivot. I'm gonna
balls.
pivot here for a
Yeah.
minute. Speaking of balls,
Pivot, please.
no problem. So I lived in Boston for a couple of years ago. Sarah, you've been to Boston.
I
You've lived
feel
in
like I
and
lived
you-
in
and
Boston
you lived
for
in
a
Boston
year.
as well. So you lived in Boston.
I did.
I was a visitor
Well,
in Boston.
and
Yeah.
you've been to Boston many times.
Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
visitor.
Boom. So you guys are familiar with the city.
I am.
Apparently, there was a group of climate change activists who deflated 43 different cars tires.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and they, you don't know why they did it. They were
Why?
like, these cars are gas guzzlers.
So they give everybody flat tires.
But they didn't slice the tires.
Oh,
They just deflated them.
Just nicely.
They were they must have come from like a nice well-to-do Boston suburb. Like, we're not gonna slice your tire, but we're gonna deflate them.
We're gonna
And
give
you
you
know
a
what?
hard
You better
time.
rethink these gas guzzlers.
I think that's just silliness.
So I seen a video of a dude getting into his truck, then decided that he's gonna pee on the Tesla. Then he hops in his truck and he goes. So
People are kind of weird.
yeah, it's like who wants to pee
People
on
are
another
too-
person's car,
Have you guys-
regardless of what it is?
Have you guys been out in public and
I try not to do that.
well, you've been out in public maybe once or twice recently, and you've seen these cars that are
Not recently.
no, not recently.
No, not twice. Not intentionally. Okay, no, go ahead.
That's
Sorry.
okay. No, but you've been out in public recently. You see these hookup stations for these cars,
Yeah,
and these people have got these like power cords like coming across. Like, I feel like that'd
Yeah.
be so annoying to have to hook those up.
dude. I seen one at the university at UB over here.
Yeah,
They just tried it for whatever reason.
The the car electric
Yeah, the
charger?
charging station.
Yeah.
It just looks
Well, that's
all
ridiculous.
mangled. It's just like, why would a charging station be so fucked up? Like, it's not like everybody's fighting for the charging
Sure.
stage. There's not that many of them.
you mean like the
around.
post and the cords and all that stuff is all like mangled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
just
just all
bits.
like battered. I remember we go into a store. This is true. Absolutely fucking
This is
true.
absolutely a true statement.
And we would go into a store
What year was
like
this?
Best Buy. We would
What
go
year
into
do you
Best
think?
Buy.
Yeah,
Oh, 2007.
Okay,
And
I can get down with that.
we're like,
Wait, can I tell
I-
the story?
yeah, go ahead. I'm a terrible storyteller.
I
Tell her.
was going to school part time at night after work, and when I would do my homework, I would stream Hulu. But nobody knew what Hulu was yet.
yeah.
It was
that's
just a
like,
free
that's like
stream.
early on in the process.
Was like it was just released.
Yeah.
So I actually went to Best Buy and said, I want to stream Hulu to my TV. They said, what's Hulu? And I said, listen, I just need a little box that I can plug into the back of my TV that streams the internet. I don't need all the other computer crap. I
Yeah.
just need the internet connected to my TV so I can watch and stream stuff. And they looked at me and they said, well, that doesn't exist yet. I will tell you, true statement, 3 years prior to that, I probably maybe 5 went, I just want something I can plug into the Xbox controller so I can text while playing a game. It should be that simple. I just want a remote that's like my phone.
Yeah, we still don't have that.
Well, come on, Sarah.
I mean,
I don't know how to make all the shit
you
I
are
think
ahead
about.
of your time.
Well,
It just
what about the phones? And then you can buy those adapters where you put so you turn your phone sideways like this,
Yeah.
and then there is the controllers on each left and right side. So they you've seen that, right?
no.
Where it's like you can remote play or whatever.
Oh, that
No,
sounds like a good idea.
The thing is that I'm surprised we're not even there yet. That the fact that we don't have keypads,
Yeah.
keyboards on our remotes for our TVs, or even on our console
That's true.
controllers.
That's
It
true.
blows my fucking
wait,
mind
wait.
that we're not even there yet.
We're
And I-
still using a remote that we bought like 10 or 15 years ago.
That's not
And
true
it has
at all.
duct tape on the back of it.
That's not true. We're not
They
using
they
that.
may have those remotes,
But they don't.
but we don't have them.
I'm amazed that we don't even have them with keyboards yet. Searching for something, you have to type it
Especially these damn Samsung TVs.
Yeah.
in. They
Yeah, I've
fucking
got one.
blow.
Yeah.
They blow.
They
I
suck.
feel like
so
I feel
bad.
like if they're so smart, they need like a major update. Where's
not
where's the
smart.
update?
Samsung.
Where's the update?
There's. It's just like, come on. At this point, it's like
I could fucking manage that shit. I could
It's-
help them roll something.
my biggest
out.
problem is that we don't have keyboards yet, and it would make life so much easier. Even for the game consoles,
Yeah.
Mhm.
we don't have them.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Agreed.
You should be ashamed of yourself,
Come
companies.
on, Elon.
Damn.
Make the world do some shit, dude.
Elon's fucking nuts.
Well, I don't
Him
know.
and Kanye are hanging out.
Are they?
I don't know. They're both wearing masks together.
Jeff.
Could you just picture it? Could you just them sitting in a room together, just wearing masks? And
You
the
know
only
what?
way they would communicate
Because you
is
know what?
wearing a mask.
They're doing weird shit, and Jeff Bezos is really taking over the world. We use.
I feel like Jeff
all kinds of
Bezos
everything.
has a skin mask.
Jeff Bezos.
He does look
has a
like he
skin
could be a
mask?
lizard person.
Well, definitely.
Jeff Bezos, he just pulls that skin mask off and it's a lizard under there.
You know how it's just
Yeah.
really weird is Bill Gates. He's another weird one.
You know who's he's like in his infancy, but he's going to be one of these people too. Sam Altman,
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
CEO of ChatGPT.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
He's only 37.
He looks like a robot.
He's
Yeah.
got a robot face.
He does. He looks like iRobot people.
I
Yeah.
watched him on the Lex Friedman show.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
just on Lex Friedman not that long ago.
And he just
Mhm.
looks like a robot. He
Mhm.
kind of looks like the
The
Zuckerberg.
Facebook. Yeah,
those
the
guys.
Facebook, yeah.
Exactly.
He
That's
has
what I'm
that,
saying.
Like just very.
Well, they
just
might be from different.
hell
So I mean, like Jeff might be
super-
Lizard, and then like Bezos and Altman might be like the White Walker people,
Or like a blue avian or
They're,
something.
Yeah,
would you call them White
exactly.
Walkers?
Yeah, I mean,
They're White Walkers.
I don't know. I
For
don't
you
know what
super
flavor
white people.
of alien they
These are White Walkers.
I
I'm
know
sure that-
I'm personally
Oh,
Neanderthal.
wait.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
Did you remember in HBO has a show called Avenue 5?
Right.
And what was the one dude he would call the blondes? What would he call them? He would call them yellow princesses.
Oh, a yellow princess.
That's too funny. It reminds me of White Chicks.
Yeah, oh, I love that movie.
So you know how we talk about our algorithm? You know, like
Yes.
what's in our algorithm?
What's in your algorithm?
Yeah, what's
Kyle?
your algorithm doing?
Apparently, I need like a state-of-the-art pizza oven.
Oh.
That's all I see on as far as my
Dude, you
advertisements
need to
go.
get a-
You know how you get your personalized ads?
All right, listen.
Mm-hmm.
You need a deck oven.
How much is a state of the art pizza oven?
I think like you can probably spend as much as you want, but like if you've heard of the company Blackstone,
I have, and they've just
and they got one that's
recently-
like 1,000, but it's on sale, so it's only like $750.
So are you looking for like brick oven fired pizza?
So
No, but I don't think I'm gonna buy one.
no, and it's not necessary. Blackstone is a grill. It's an outside grill, and it's propane powered.
Oh no, I'm
it
thinking.
also entered my algorithm
dude,
recently.
if you want to make pizzas, you got to have a good deck oven. Period.
Okay.
We don't a deck oven like at a pizzeria.
Yes, that's what they sell small ones.
I
I've
know.
seen
I
'em.
know. Every couple of days, I see a different variation of these pizza
So-
ovens.
So but you want a deck oven.
Okay.
That's what you want. I would prefer to have something a lot older because it's seasoned.
How does one get an
Sure.
older deck oven
They
for
sell them
their
at those
kitchen?
reuse places. You could
probably-
buy
for
one.
your kitchen?
Yeah. Well, you would have to modify for your kitchen.
No, I'm talking about for your kitchen. How does
Yeah.
one go about?
You have to modify your kitchen. But I've seen.
So you got to get a new kitchen to
Listen.
get the deck oven?
Yeah, you have to redo your
I mean, I
kitchen.
understand that that's something that we would do, but most people are.
But they sell small. I've seen small ones.
Right. They got ones that like you could have on like for example like on your back patio.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
not
are
where
you
I'm
gonna
going.
spend?
No, you're talking about
$700?
a deck oven
He's talking like at
that
a
you would.
pizzeria.
Yeah, these huge ovens.
Yeah, but they sell like mini. I've seen mini ones.
Okay.
Smaller ones.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if you want to like make like buffalo style pizza, which is the best in the world,
Yes.
that you would want one of those in your house. And
Yes.
You could make the bomb pizza.
And it's better than New York pizza
New
or
York.
Chicago pizza
No.
or Cleveland pizza.
Blech.
And I don't even know if they even make pizza in Boston.
I don't know.
Boston's not known for their pizza. No.
I mean,
I
a
don't
Pizza
know.
Hut.
I don't know what Boston
I
is
think
known
any
for.
of like the coastal areas, like I guess you could find maybe some good pizza in Florida
What?
Yeah.
because it's such a conglomerate.
Well, you can because you want to know why. There's a Mr. Is it a Mr. Pizza in Florida?
No, it was
It's
I don't remember.
I think
Was
it is
there?
Mr. Pizza.
Was it?
No,
it's
it's
Mr.
Just pizza.
it's
Or
no,
Just
no,
Pizza.
no, it's
No.
a place we used to go with the
Cos.
kids.
No.
The Cos. There's a
Casa
Casa
de
de
Pizza.
Pizza in Florida,
Yeah.
in Sarasota.
In Sarasota, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't taste quite like the buffalo.
I think their water is different.
I think you're right.
Exactly.
I think the whole
Yeah,
thing is
good
about the
point.
water here. Plus, we have a lot of radiation.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, we glow.
Oh yeah, we glow.
You are glowing.
We
green
got all
right now.
kinds of extra
Sure.
stuff. We have more forever chemicals than anywhere else. I laughed
Forever
because
Thanks a lot,
Plastic.
Industrial Revolution.
thanks industrial. Thank you and no thank you. Trump.
Yeah, did you know he's being sued outside of the January 6th stuff and
I
all
did
the other
not.
stuff?
I know.
Yeah, apparently he is being sued for rape, which is interesting. I didn't know you could be sued for rape.
So he's had like a civil trial for rape.
Is it like a defamation or something?
No, so you can
No.
sue someone in criminal court, or you can sue. Though I guess suing in criminal court's probably the wrong term.
You would
Prosecute.
prosecute him. Yeah.
But you can sue someone in civil court, and that's what they did with OJ. So OJ was not found guilty in criminal court, but you don't need as much evidence to be guilty in civil court. So they may be going after him in civil court
Yeah.
for the rape. I didn't realize that he was raping.
Yeah.
Well, that's...
I mean, he is famous for saying grab him by the pussy.
And his wife accused him of rape, his first wife.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so it's not unprecedented. It's unfortunate that we'll probably have a president again who's now a raper.
I'm starting to see the DeSantis commercials. Yep. I mean, take your pick. You know, he's anti-gay. He wants to shut the whole gay party down.
Yeah. Let's rise up, all of my
Yeah.
gay children.
And it really puts me in
Let's
a,
do
in a
this.
it really puts me in an awkward position because if he's like the Republican candidate,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't believe in big government,
Correct.
right? So I'm like I'm not necessarily your next door Democrat.
Right.
So it
That's
really
why
puts
I've
people in
never
t-
become a Democrat
Yeah.
from becoming a conservative.
And so, you know, it doesn't really matter, but like for example, in these local elections and things recently, you know, I kind of just tend to vote all Republican. I just vote all Republican. And I know that's kind of ignorant, but
Why? Like why?
because I don't believe in the Democratic I think if you've seen the most recent Batman, I think
Yeah.
like it's all a lie. All their promises, like
It
it's all a lie.
But isn't that on both sides?
Yes.
Yes.
So
So I guess, and I used to be a Democrat. That's the crazy
but
thing.
why would you vote yes across the board?
But that's what I do as well. I mean, when I was a Republican, I
But why?
Because I'm lazy and I didn't like research every single candidate, like basically.
So you're saying you're a Republican?
Yeah, yes, I did switch parties.
You switch parties?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm now an independent.
Sarah's an independent.
But I
And-
was so conservative. I was not a Republican. I was a conservative because I truly do not believe in big government.
I think it's one of those fine lines.
Yeah.
Because both sides are fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
One side's not better than the other.
Right.
I think they're
And-
both full of shit.
And
Yeah, me too.
they're both full of shit.
Me too.
So
I cringe at some of the
And-
government stuff that I see.
so it's like no matter, this is where people don't realize it, and this is why there's such a divide, is that both sides are fucked up because there's no difference between Democrats or Republicans.
Agree.
Absolutely not. They are the
And-
same people in the same party.
It's just all bullshit. They're going to do what they want.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think we have more power than we realize.
Can I change the subject real quick?
Oh, for sure.
What would you like to talk about? Candy?
DMT.
The drug?
Yeah, you ever hear about people taking DMT
I've seen
and
it on the
seeing
internet.
these very specific beings, and everybody seems to see them. And I thought it was interesting. So they're using AI art to draw what they seen
Mm.
in the art.
Artificial intelligence art.
Yeah,
Mm.
Okay.
and it's like Dolly. I think it's Dolly E or Dolly whatever it's called.
Mhm.
The AI art program.
Yeah.
Basically text to art.
Yeah.
And they put in their description of the person that they seen or the being they've seen, and it draws it for or creates it for them. That the fact that all these people take DMT and see the same entity all the time. What if it just takes you to like a part of like your subconscious?
I don't know
That's-
if my brain could handle it.
DMT changes that though.
You don't know that.
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's like do you take the red pill or the blue pill? It's like I don't know if I take. I don't know. It's like you know, like these psychedelic drugs that you know are kind of nothing. They're actually nothing new, right?
No,
Right.
They've been around for going on 100 years, probably.
longer than
A lot
that.
longer than that.
Yeah, the natives would take peyote,
Or
Right.
and then
ayahuasca.
the ayahuasca.
Yeah, I mean, these images that the AI created
Yeah,
are pretty wild.
Exactly.
They're like, it's like almost like Native American artwork meets like, I don't know, some type of neon,
Matrix.
the Matrix, like some
Yeah.
type of neon artwork. Because I'm looking at some of these pictures, they're pretty interesting.
They're pretty wild because it just makes you think if all these people are accessing or experiencing something very, very similar.
But we got to remember, like, it's also all in the prompts that you give the AI. So you tell
No,
the
I'm
AI
talking about
to
the drug
act.
itself. I'm not talking about the AI.
Oh, okay.
Is
I think that's very fascinating. And I would like to understand that, but I don't know that.
would you like to try it?
I don't know. I don't know that I would do well with something like that.
How about you, Kyle? Would you do it?
You guys are familiar with microdosing, right?
Yeah.
I've
So
heard-
I think like,
the psilocybin.
I think whatever a microdose would be,
Yeah.
I would probably try a microdose.
Have
Sure.
you ever done shrooms or anything like that?
Yeah, back in like college and stuff, I think like once or twice.
What was your experience on the?
I think I
shrooms?
had a good one and a bad one.
How about you, Nate?
I had kind of a weird one.
Mm.
Really weird.
Yeah.
It was strange because so long time ago I was in this really shitty band and we practiced in this building downtown in the city, and the singer had a friend, and we would party up there, and his friend had shrooms, and he handed me a bag of 3 grams of shrooms.
Which is a lot of shrooms.
Yeah. And I just ate all of them. And I thought he was just giving them that to me. I was supposed to give to some other people, and I didn't. And I just ate all of them. And I remember I was playing my guitar, and all of a sudden I just felt really just fucking just not right.
Yep.
My body just felt like I couldn't hold my guitar. It just felt so weird to me.
Oh, really?
And then there's this rug with these yellow, red, green, but it was a black rug with those dots.
Sure.
Green, red, blue, yellow. And it was like fucking like I was starting to really like notice it.
What did it start to come alive a little bit?
Um
Not like
no,
not
that
like come alive, but you like the patterns of it became more apparent.
I really noticed them.
Yeah.
But there was like this depth
Yeah.
that all of a sudden there was depth to it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Totally. No, it became more of like a 3-dimensional type thing.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was just I don't know how to describe it. It just felt deep.
Sure.
There's
Yeah.
depth. It was just weird, and all of a sudden I got real sick. I just throwing up, dry heaving. It was terrible, and it got real intense. And I had a can of beer that I drank, but I couldn't put down the can of beer for the rest of the night.
It was like stuck in your hand.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just, and I remember looking out the window and just staring at the cars, and the cars were just like the trails from the taillights lasted.
Yeah.
They were just trails, and they were just expanded, stretched out, and it was just real red, and it just that orange
Sure.
and that white that comes with it, and it was a really weird experience.
Yeah. I could share briefly. We were all at somebody's house, and the same thing. Mushrooms got passed around, and I don't think I ate 3 grams of them. Probably ate like a couple caps, a couple stems.
That's enough to do it.
Yeah. And so so the trip was on, and there was a good big this big group of guys. It was like all of our best friends. And I remember the leather chair, like the imprints on the leather chair kind of formed a face, and then the face started talking, and we were all talking to this chair as if it was like, like Olmec from like.
But was everyone talking to the chair?
Yes.
So how is everyone?
How is that
having
possible?
How is everyone
Right.
having the same
Experience.
Because if some
That doesn't
so
make
you're-
sense to me.
Well, if you're tripping and somebody says it, then all of a sudden you're focusing on it.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're creating some kind of weird experience for yourself because
I'd
somebody
like to
else is.
understand
there's no rhyme or reason to it.
No, that's not true. We just don't understand the rhyme or reason.
There's
I want
not.
to know. No, there's.
So
there's
it was
there's a
like,
way
so
to
you asked
know.
like, how could you all be tripping out on the same thing? It was like a
Yeah.
collective consciousness, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
It's like our consciousness, like Nate said, everybody was focused on the one, the one face in the chair, and this thing was like talking to us, and we were all like, "Did you hear that?" Like, it was an interesting experience, but like, it's not one that
anything like
yeah,
that
it's not one
before.
that I would want to like, one, probably experience again. I don't think, and two, wouldn't necessarily recommend to like just like anybody.
Yeah.
I experienced a bunch of people tripping on shrooms.
Yeah.
Shroom tea, to be
Okay.
very specific. But I wasn't tripping.
What's that? What is the drug in shrooms? Is it psilocybin?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
I'm not sure. I think so.
But
Yeah.
this person had a painting, a really big painting of O.J. Simpson running.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they were focused on everybody. There's about 5 people in this room, focused on the juice. And that's all they would talk about. And they all started like really, like just really getting into the juice. And it just got really, they were just really bugging out on fucking the juice.
Yeah.
And
O.J.
that's-
Simpson.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they all were like hyper focused on this, and you know they're laughing, they're fucking having their own trip. So I could see how like if somebody in Kyle's situation, if they see something and they start talking about it, and all of a sudden everybody else is focused on it, and everybody's having this weird experience with that thing, and that's what it does.
Well, that's interesting.
It's like back to when I took the 3 grams. There's an elevator that we used. So you go to our floor or 3rd floor, I guess, I don't remember, but I thought it was a good idea to hit the emergency stop button. Oh shit! Every time, so it go do hit it, dink, do. And I was like, and then I remember I opened up I stopped it just enough where the floor is like halfway in the doors.
Yeah.
In between.
In between. So you
Yeah.
open up the doors. I remember I looked and there was a hallway that was dark with just a red light, and the red light was from the exit sign.
Okay.
And I was just into that.
The red light on the
the
exit
red
light.
light. Yep. Everybody else got into it.
Oh, how weird.
Interesting.
So it's like this collaborative
Collective conscious.
that you just kind of,
consciousness.
it's almost like an instant trigger
Yeah.
in a sense that if I say something, you're already in on it. It's such a weird experience.
It is.
It is. I've never
It is. It's like a
experienced
hyper
anything
focus
like
too.
that
Yeah.
before.
It's like a hyper focus. Like
It was beyond hyper focus
Yeah.
for me, but I would like now as an adult, I wouldn't eat as much. I would probably take a couple caps.
Yeah.
And I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
And you could enjoy it. You get the giggles and you laugh, and your perspective is just more open, and you just look at everything just a tad differently.
Yeah. So I mean, that's mushrooms are interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Just say no, kids.
Yeah.
Are you having sinus
good
issues?
I was gonna say clearing your sinuses over there.
Do you need some floaties?
I just did a rail.
Oh,
Cocaine.
that's First of all, ew. And I don't, I just yuck.
So I got a story for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were in Florida for Easter vacation.
Yep.
And we are like trying to find things to do
On Easter
on Easter Sunday.
with the kids, yeah.
Yeah, with our kids, and we found a brunch on like a boat.
Going around the Charlotte Harbor
Yeah.
in Charlotte, Florida.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you're on a boat brunch. It's one of those things.
That's pretty cool, actually.
It's pretty neat, and the food was terrible. I remember
There wasn't enough
that
of it.
sucks.
they didn't even have enough of it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there's like these hippie dudes. Picture a dude like in a wife beater, cut off jean shorts that are Daisy Dukes,
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yeah.
beard, long hair, type. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, or whatever, and it's Eric Clapton cocaine.
It's Easter morning.
Easter
morning
Sunday
at a
morning.
brunch.
Where's this music coming from?
There's
had
a
a live
band
band.
on the deck of the boat.
And that's one of the hits that they play,
And they're
huh?
singing cocaine. So I'm still
Wow.
in my
for them.
conservative stage.
Sure.
We're talking
I'm
2020,
laughing.
2003, 2005.
Okay.
I'm full on conservative.
Okay.
It's great.
I'm voting Bush, straight line, no
Sure.
questions asked.
Sarah loved it.
Yeah.
I loved Bush.
Yeah.
No, she loved the song Cocaine.
No,
she was like,
I was
fuck yeah.
so offended.
No,
Yeah.
she wasn't.
I was so incredibly
You're like,
offended.
that's my jam.
I was like, this is Easter morning.
You're like, it's
I've
Eric
paid
Clapton.
$30 a person for this brunch.
I love this song,
There's
Cocaine.
not enough food. I don't even know who Eric
It was
Clapton is.
awesome.
These fucking old hippies with their cocaine music. I was unhappy.
Crazy. Yeah.
I was
She loved it.
displeased.
You love the song Cocaine.
Do not displease me.
You're like, cocaine. Yeah.
Saturday Night Live does like one cocaine bit a week now. Did you guys see the one recently where they're all in the bathroom and it was each of the comedians came into the bathroom trying to sell the two guys.
I saw
My
that.
cocaine is so white. And they were like, they kept doing white jokes and stuff. It was pretty funny actually, but
I do think like the normalization of cocaine is concerning,
I
Kyle.
yeah.
don't watch SNL.
It's a good way to consume it is your YouTube.
Yeah, but I don't even find the
He
writing
still
funny
doesn't care
anymore.
for it. I still
I've-
make him watch it. Every
Yeah,
Sunday
I look.
morning with me.
I guess I look for the funny. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I look for it. My wife doesn't really find it funny either. She has no desire to watch it, and she won't watch clips on YouTube.
It used to be funny, but it's not. I always liked SNL.
I watch the clips
Yeah.
every Sunday, funny or not.
Yeah, like Weekend Update, I'll watch.
I watch every
Yeah.
single one, even the ones that didn't air.
I think it's
I
just
watch them even if they're not funny.
they're in that weird transition right now.
They have been for
Were
like
those-
15 years.
Yeah,
Well, because you think of the greats that came out of there.
Yeah, ever since Will Ferrell left.
But even before that, you have Adam Sandler, David
Yep.
Spade. Even before that, you had Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd,
Yep.
and John Belushi.
Yeah, but since Will left. I mean, and then you had Kristen Wiig and those people. But see, Will
Yeah.
Ferrell was there with Kristen Wiig. I'm telling you, it hasn't been good since Will Ferrell left.
So how long ago was that?
It's been a minute.
Okay, so about 20 years.
probably 10,
Because Will
15
Ferrell's
years.
like, he's got some gray hair now.
He's in his 50s for sure.
Oh, I watched
He's got one
Semi-Pro
or
the other
two
night.
Yeah, Semi-Pro's funny.
He's a funny
Fucking
dude.
great.
Even that Eurovision
Love
movie,
me sexy.
which is weird.
Yeah,
He's funny.
is that the figure skating one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of two figure. I
Right,
mean,
right.
he's got two figure skating movies. Yeah. Send us your money.
All right, what else we got to talk about?
I
Anything
got
else?
nothing. I'm done.
Is that it? All right,
Neato.
it's a wrap. I think that's it. We had a lot of shit to talk about. It's our Friday night. And I'm out.
Thanks for listening.